This message is one of extraction. This is going to be one of the biggest forms of extraction that you have ever experienced. It's going to hurt. I don't think I need to sugarcoat this process because what's happening is about to get real. When I think of extractions, I always think of like these big action movie flicks, and our hero of the movie goes into these dangerous situations where life and limb is at risk at every turn. Somehow, the hero, even though injured, is able to retrieve the person that is being harmed. I really feel like this extraction is going to be you saving you. This is going to be you going in and removing the pieces that have been left behind by the people who absolutely meant to utilize their closeness and proximity to you in order to keep you from elevating in your life. I know that's a lot, but hear me out. I would really love for you to take a step back and look at all of the people around you that started acting funny when you made a decision to not stay in the same place that you have been. Now that you're talking more about meeting your goals, going back to school, helping somebody start a business, starting your own business, going for that bigger job, getting more money, following your dreams, traveling the world, starting a book club, whatever it is that will help you or allow you to find a level of happiness, self love that helps you build that grit for you to be the person that you are truly meant to be and to find that fulfillment. You're going to start noticing the people around you looking at you a little bit funny and a little bit different. This is not in your head, this is the real deal. People that you've known all your life, friends that have been in your life for 10, 15 years, are going to start distancing themselves in a way that you are going to take huge notice and it's going to become problematic. Why is it going to become problematic? Because they are going to show themselves in a way where you have no choice but to call them out. It is coming, friend. It's coming. And let me tell you something. When you have to call out people that are supposed to be your riders in your life, it's never an easy conversation because the possibility is always that when you walk out of this conversation, that somebody's feelings are going to get hurt. And let me tell you what's going to end up happening. As you step into this newfound happiness, this spark of energy that you suddenly found, it's the extraction of the people around you that's that needs to be exposed. So once you make the decision and you start acting upon this thing that brings you joy, and you start putting your effort and your time and even some of your money towards this happiness journey, what you're going to find is that the people who you've supported throughout their journey, throughout their endeavors, they're not going to show up for you in the same way that you have shown up for them. And let me be clear, the way that people show up for you is never going to be the exact same because y'all are different people. But there's an energy exchange. There's a back and forth where the expectation should be clear amongst close relationships and intimate gatherings. So just like your BFF decided to go back to school and accomplished it, and you showed up for her graduation, you showed up for her big test, you helped her study for her certification, you stayed up late nights helping because you wanted to see her dreams achieved the same way she wanted her own dreams to be achieved. You know, the way that you showed up for your BFF, your BFF ain't gonna ride for you the same way, and it's gonna be so noticeable that you're going to say something. It's going to come out in a big way, and it's going to force you to say something to the person that's supposed to show up for you in the same frequency exchange that you did for them. Oh, it's about to get deep because this extraction process, like I laid out about the movie, This is going to be you getting out of a situation that is tight and sticky because of the type of relationship that you built. Let me tell you something. That's okay. That's okay. So as this extraction period continues to go down, as you notice that these people or this particular person isn't showing up, and you open up your mouth and you're like, hey friend, how come you're not supporting me the way that, I need you to during this time? And they start giving you the excuses. Oh, I'm busy. You know how it is. I just don't have it, or I don't have the time, or I can't afford it. The excuse is complete malarkey. This is somebody that you've known for a long time. They had time for everything else for you when you weren't making any movements. As long as they were doing better than you, they felt like everything was okay. But now that they see that your talents, your gifts, your dreams, your hopes, like what you want is about to come into fruition because you are that girl, now it's a problem. Now, this is a deep issue that you have nothing to do with, because what that person is dealing with on the inside actually has nothing to do with you. And I need you to be reminded of that. So here we are at the extraction point. Here we are at the confrontation. And at this confrontation, and you're asking, hey, why are you doing this to me? Your friend is going to give you excuses that actually make zero sense. At this moment of this great confrontation, and your confrontation doesn't have to be yelling, it doesn't have to be screaming, none of that. It is you simply asking questions so that you know why this particular movement is happening. You're asking them, like, yo, like, what's up? Like, why aren't you supporting me? What's going on? Are you upset at me? You're going to try to find excuses to blame yourself, as if like you did something wrong. So you're going to present this information in a way that actually removes the heat from them, and gives you an opportunity to blame yourself as if you did something wrong, instead of them taking responsibility for the fact that they just don't want to see you happy or do better than them. This is a natural response when we are in a situation where we are confronting somebody about our needs and the exchange of energy that's supposed to be happening here based off of the relationship that we have built with each other. Let me tell you something. Don't do that to yourself. Do not go in this with the mindset that it is your fault that they are not showing up for you. No, ma'am. We're going in this with the mindset that you have decided to find yourself and put in effort into something you are passionate about. And the result of this is you leveling up. Now that you're confronting this person, nothing they're going to say is going to make sense to you. Why? Because ultimately they would have to admit that they don't want you to succeed. And they can't do that, because what that's going to do is put them in the worst light possible. I mean, that's just period. So after you hear everything and you break down their argument and their excuses to the lowest common denominator, to where the only choice you do have is to tell them this isn't working. I see that this friendship has taken a turn and I'm not very happy with it. And this is where we part ways. Do not think for a second that you don't have the right to feel hurt. Don't let social media make you believe that you should have no hard feelings from this extraction from somebody that was supposed to show up for you. I feel like that's the biggest scam. It's not real, because clearly we see on multiple levels in this world that people fall out over things just like this, but you're not going to fall out. You aren't going to do that. You are going to understand exactly what is happening. You are going to take that information. You're going to do with it what you need to, and you're going to walk away and continue your journey while you heal from the fact that somebody just didn't want you to do better than them. Yes, it's going to cause a season of reflection. Yes, it's going to cause you to question what it is about you that made this person be a fake person this whole time. At the end of it all, you are worth every bit of support that you have given to other people. See, you didn't come into that situation, into that friendship. You didn't build that friendship based off of who was doing better and who wasn't. You thought that you were just following your dreams the same way your friend was. When this whole time, as soon as you started doing better than them, it became an issue. And they showed you the issue by not showing up for you. That's why I said this is going to be the biggest extraction ever, because this is going to serve as a domino effect. Now you have, after this reflection period, now you're starting to journal more. You're starting to ask yourself, what was I giving to this person? What were they giving back to me? And at what point did I see the disconnect starting to happen? What's going to happen from there is you're going to start drawing boundaries and looking at the other people in your life who are behaving the same way. This will birth a new level of who you allow in this new era of your life, because this new era is going to happen. Just because they didn't want to show up for you doesn't mean you don't show up for yourself. And that's why I said, like, this is superhero level stuff. Once you start extracting all of that, you're going through a spiritual awakening right then and there. You're navigating through their answers, and through your emotional maturity, you are arriving at a point where you get to mend. Loving yourself is kind of nice. Giving yourself the peace of mind that, girl, I get to move into this new space without you, without somebody who didn't want anything good to happen to me, or as long as something happened to me, and even if it was good, all I had to do was like just stay in this box that you put me in. No, I get to invite better people along that love me. I don't care what social media says, but you need a community. And the fact that they can't go with you is to your benefit. Well, here you are at a new starting point. You are forging a new path of healthy relationship with people that vibe in your same frequency, that want to succeed and not put limitations on who you are because they don't want to see you do better. This era of extraction is necessary, but the other side of that is you creating the ultimate community that loves you and what you do for the universe spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. You are doing your part. That's crown frequency. I hope that you enjoyed this message. My name is Cass. I am your prayer and manifestation strategist. Spirituality does not have to be this deep, profound, extravagant message. Sometimes it's just shifting what's happening right in front of you and looking at it in a way that is beneficial, even when it hurts. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.